Seoul is not just a city, it's a living, breathing timeline that stretches from royal dynasties and devastating wars to K-pop concerts and cutting-edge technology. This incredible capital of South Korea has transformed itself over the centuries into one of the most fascinating urban destinations on Earth, blending ancient history with futuristic innovation at every turn. The story of Seoul begins over 2,000 years ago during the Baekje Kingdom, one of the three kingdoms of Korea. At that time, the area was known as Wiriseong, a strategic location nestled along the Han River. Its natural defenses and fertile lands made it a vital hub in early Korean civilization. Though the capital would shift locations over the centuries, the seeds of Seoul's significance were already planted. In 1394, Seoul, then known as Hanyang, became the capital of the Joseon dynasty, which would rule Korea for over 500 years. The dynasty established an extraordinary cultural and administrative foundation, building Gyeongbokgung Palace, the royal residence that still stands today as a symbol of national pride. Confucian principles guided society, shaping education, governance, and daily life. Seoul developed a meticulous city layout that reflected these philosophies, including gates, walls, and carefully planned roads. But history wasn't always peaceful. In the late 1500s, Seoul faced destruction during the Japanese invasions led by Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Then in the early 20th century, the city and all of Korea fell under Japanese colonial rule from 1910 to 1945. During these decades, the city was renamed Keijo, and the colonial administration sought to erase Korean identity through aggressive assimilation policies. Many traditional structures were destroyed and cultural practices suppressed. Liberation came with Japan's surrender at the end of World War II, but freedom was quickly followed by division. In 1948, the Republic of Korea was officially established, with Seoul as its capital. However, the relief was short-lived. Just 2 years later, the Korean War erupted in 1950, and Seoul, lying so close to the 38th parallel, changed hands 4 times in under a year. The city was left in ruins, buildings flattened, infrastructure shattered, and families torn apart. Yet from the ashes of war, Seoul rose. The second half of the 20th century saw a staggering transformation. Seoul became a symbol of the miracle on the Han River, South Korea's rapid economic development. In just a few decades, the city went from post-war poverty to being one of the most technologically advanced capitals in the world. Skyscrapers sprouted, subways expanded, global brands took root, and perhaps most impressively, Seoul never forgot its past. It rebuilt ancient palaces, restored neighborhoods, and made room for centuries-old traditions to thrive alongside innovation. By the time the world tuned into the 1988 Summer Olympics in Seoul, the city had cemented itself on the global stage, and that was only the beginning. In the 21st century, Seoul has become the epicenter of the Korean wave, or Hallyu, exporting K-dramas, beauty trends, and K-pop sensations like BTS and Blackpink across the globe. But even as LED lights bathe the skyline and robots pour coffee in cafes, the soul of Seoul still beats with the legacy of its emperors, scholars, and ancestors. From dynasties and colonization to resilience and reinvention, Seoul isn't just a city. It's a journey through time, and this is only the beginning of its story. Seoul is home to nearly 10 million people, and what makes its residents, called Seoulites, so fascinating is their ability to balance deep-rooted tradition with lightning-fast modernity. Walk through any neighborhood and you'll see elderly citizens in hanbok, traditional Korean clothing, practicing morning Tai Chi in the park, while nearby, Gen Z students sip bubble tea at pop-up tech cafes, live streaming their days in real time. This blend of generations, values, and progress is what gives the city its uniquely dynamic personality. The people of Seoul take great pride in their Confucian heritage, which still subtly shapes everyday interactions. Respect for elders, strong family ties, and academic achievement are deeply valued. Education in particular plays a pivotal role. Children attend school for long hours, and many students go to private academies called Hagwons well into the evening. But despite this structured life, there's also a playful spirit. Seoulites love festivals, fashion, gaming, and spontaneous outings to karaoke rooms called Noribang, which are open all night. Korean culture places a strong emphasis on community harmony and hospitality, a concept known as jong. Jong, a deep emotional bond or affection shared between people, runs through society. It's this warm, often unspoken loyalty and kindness that you'll find between neighbors, co-workers, or even strangers. When it comes to religion, Buddhism and Christianity are the most widely practiced faiths, coexisting peacefully alongside Confucian ethics and shamanistic traditions. Temples like Jogesa offer quiet refuge in the middle of the bustling city, while church bells ring through neighborhoods on Sundays. Seoul's spiritual landscape is just as layered and diverse as its urban architecture. As for local sayings, one phrase you might hear often is "pali pali," "balri balri," meaning hurry hurry. It perfectly captures Seoul's fast-paced energy and the urgency with which people go about their day. Another common expression is "내 마음속에 저장," "내 마음속에 저장," meaning "saved in my heart," often used when someone cherishes a moment or finds something unforgettable. No exploration of Seoul would be complete without tasting its world-famous cuisine. Food here is more than nourishment. It's an experience, a history lesson, and a love language. Kimchi jjigae, a spicy stew made with fermented kimchi, tofu, and pork. It's a comfort food staple that warms the soul during cold months and is served bubbling hot at nearly every traditional restaurant. Deokbogi, spicy, chewy rice cakes simmered in a gochujang-based sauce. This popular street food is a must-try at any market and has become a symbol of Seoul's bold and fiery flavor. Samgyeopsal, thick slices of grilled pork belly usually cooked at your table and eaten with lettuce wraps, garlic, and spicy sauces. It's more than a meal, it's a social event, bringing friends and families together around the grill. The Korean language is spoken throughout Seoul, written using the unique Hangul alphabet, which was created in the 15th century to boost literacy among common people. Today, Seoulites speak Standard Korean, known as Pyeonjeo, and many young people are increasingly fluent in English due to globalization and pop culture exchanges. Seoul experiences 4 distinct seasons, each bringing its own charm and set of traditions. Spring is a time of cherry blossoms and picnics along the Han River. Summers are hot and humid with frequent monsoon rains. Autumns are crisp, colorful, and perfect for hiking in nearby mountain parks. Winters can be freezing, but they bring festive markets, snow-covered palaces, and steaming bowls of hot soup, enjoyed indoors. Getting around the city is incredibly efficient thanks to Seoul's highly advanced transportation system. The Seoul Metropolitan Subway is one of the largest and most punctual in the world, with over 20 lines and announcements in multiple languages. It's clean, safe, and connects even the farthest corners of the metropolis. For shorter distances, buses and taxis are widely used, and apps make it easy to book rides or check routes. For the eco-conscious, bike-sharing programs and pedestrian-friendly paths make it easy to explore neighborhoods at your own pace. From the heartbeat of its daily life to the rhythm of its ever-moving streets, Seoul is a city that never stops, but always welcomes. Fun facts about Seoul. Wi-Fi heaven. Seoul is one of the most connected cities on Earth. You'll find fast, free Wi-Fi almost everywhere, from the subway to the street. 24/7. Culture. The city never truly sleeps. Restaurants, cafes, and convenience stores often stay open all night, making Seoul perfect for night owls and spontaneous adventurers. The world's busiest air route. The flight between Seoul and Jeju Island is the busiest passenger air route in the world, with millions of passengers flying annually. Plastic surgery capital. Seoul is known globally for its cosmetic surgery clinics, especially in the affluent Gangnam district. Underground cities. The subway stations aren't just for transit, they're mini-cities with shops, food courts, bookstores, and sometimes even art galleries. Must-see attractions in Seoul. Gyeongbokgung Palace. Step back into the Joseon era at this stunning palace complex. Time your visit with the Royal Guard changing ceremony for a real treat. Bukchon Hanok Village. Wander through narrow alleyways lined with traditional Hanok homes, some of which are still family residences or cultural centers. Seoul Tower, Namsan Tower. For panoramic views of the city, head to the top of this iconic tower. Don't forget to add your love lock on the fence. Myeongdong Shopping Street. Whether you're after skincare, street food, or fashion, this vibrant district offers an overload of Seoul's youthful energy. Hongdae, a buzzing neighborhood famous for its indie music scene, nightclubs, art murals, and spontaneous street performances. Bonus information. For nature lovers, Seoul isn't just steel and glass. It's surrounded by gorgeous mountains like Bukhansan, offering hiking trails with stunning city views. And don't miss the serene beauty of the Cheonggyecheon stream. an urban waterway restored in the heart of the city. Perfect for an afternoon stroll. Insider tip, visit one of Seoul's quirky cafes, like the Raccoon Cafe or the cafe where you can write letters to your future self, sealed and mailed a year later. Celebrity stories and sayings. Many K-pop idols and actors you know and love were born or raised in Seoul, like RM from BTS, who often speaks about his love for Namdaemun Market, and quiet walks along the Han River for inspiration. International stars like Will Smith have publicly expressed awe at Seoul's futuristic vibe and hospitality. And here's a saying Seoulites hold dear. "Seoul은 하루아침에 이루어진 것이 아니다." Translation: Seoul wasn't built in a day. A reminder that just like the city, greatness takes time. Seoul is more than a destination. It's a pulse, a rhythm, a rich tapestry of the old and the new. Whether you're dancing to the beat of K-pop, reflecting in a centuries-old temple, or eating your way through midnight markets, this city will leave an unforgettable mark on your soul. If you love this journey through Seoul, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more amazing travel stories that take you around the world, one city at a time.